snake by your side. Yes, I seen a man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for left. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile leg. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese and bread. Yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't need tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
So I have to be honest and let you know that I screamed a little bit when I heard you say, "What's up, baby?" Ah, man, like what? What are we gonna do? Cause this is torture.
Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. So they're hosting the event across the street. Mm-hmm. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatha to my brothers, Yahweh Shemar Ulatha Hashem, Yahweh Shad all my sisters. This is Priest and Officer Rakah Ariel coming to you straight out of Boston, out of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And what we do is we teach the Blacks, Hispanics, Native that they are God's true and only chosen people. And with being God's true and only chosen people comes with a set of responsibilities. And those responsibilities is to follow the law, statutes, and commandments as our Lord and King has shown us to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? And if you got any questions, if you have any questions at all, type them on in the chat. We will see them. We will get right to them. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I figure out where they are on this thing. Well, there it is at the bottom. There it is. Chat. There it is. Bust it right there. We'll be able to see what you're typing in. We'll be able to see what's on your mind and answer your questions as, you know, solve all your problems as General Muhammad has, you know, he likes to say. You know what I'm saying? Solve all your problems, solve all your woes. You know what I'm saying? And today's class is going to be basically about brotherhood, about, you know, gathering together, about loving each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we highly lack in the black neighborhood. You know, it's no different anywhere you go. Boston, there's black on black crime. There's, you know what I'm saying, womenizing. There's all types of problems. There's drug dealing. There's all types of problems in our neighborhoods. And ultimately, our enemy is to blame for it. But we have to get past that and start taking care of each other. So if you can, you know what I'm saying, get to Zephaniah 2:1. That's where I'm going to start off at. Because Zephaniah 2:1 is a direct I would like to say an order. It's an order. This is the whole point of the Bible right here. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. And I'm going to read it. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. That is clear as day. That is about as clear as it gets. It's for us to gather ourselves together. What does that mean, to gather together? See, us as black people, we have a common understanding amongst black Hispanics and natives that we are not united. So this is an understanding that we know is a problem and that we know that we need to do. And the Bible recognizes this too, that we are not gathered together. We are not one family. We have Crips and Bloods, you know, vice lords and folks. We have all that, you know what I'm saying? So many people were happy that Trump, you know what I'm saying, pardoned the federal sentence of Larry Hoover. And I understand it's a painful thing to see a black man in jail, and I ain't mad at that. But remember what Larry Hoover started. He started that GD Nation. He started one of the darkest plagues on black people today. So with that, you know what I'm saying, he's part of the divide. He's part of the divide. But the Bible that we just read in Zephaniah 2:1 said, gather yourself together, not cause divides. Let's continue. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. It even doubled down on it. It doubled down on it. It told us to gather together. Then it said, yes, yes. That's how beautiful it sounds. That's how beautiful it is when black people are together as one. I don't know if y'all been to the Passover, but the Passover is an example of this, where you can let your kids run free and wild. And you don't have to worry about them getting touched. When you can leave your valuables on the table and don't have to worry about it getting snatched. You know what I'm saying? Where you can let your woman run free and don't have to worry about some other brother hollering at her. You know what I'm saying? That is heaven. Yes, gather together, O nation not desired. Who is that nation not desired? Who is that nation not desired? Damn right, Bobby. Damn right. Israel's not that nation that's not desired. What does it mean to be not desired? What does it mean to be not desired? That's the question you must ask. Let me tell you something. There's a white woman that explained it very clearly not too long ago. She talked about black fatigue. She is getting sick and tired of being sick and tired of black people. She is tired of us. And believe me, all the nations are just like that. They are tired of black people. For what reason? I don't know. They really don't have a reason. They really do not have a reason. I got a reason. I'm tired of white people. I got white fatigue. But the Bible said, gather together, O nation, not desired. That is glorious. Matter of fact, let me type that in the chat just so y'all can have y'all notes too. I know y'all supposed to be listening, but a lot of y'all ain't listening. Let's be honest. A lot of y'all ain't listening. I'm going to put it up there on the screen too. And the next verse we're going to go to is 1 John 4:20. This is milk scriptures I'm giving y'all. This is some milk right now. I think it goes down to 21 too. Now I think about it. So which one? 1 John 4 and 20. It's towards the back of the New Testament, toward the bottom of that chapter. You know what I'm saying? If you got, but I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, let me tell you something. A lot of people like to say they love God. The Christian pastor says they love God. Your mama, your grandmama, you know what I'm saying? The Pope, you know what I'm saying? Donald Trump says he loves God. And hate his brother? Guess what? Your mama hates your daddy. Your grandmama hates a whole new generation. You know what I'm saying? Your Christian pastor, he's constantly molesting little kids, having sex with your woman, or doing some manner of evil, just like the Pope, and never mind Donald Trump. A lot of people say they love God, but they hate their brother. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. He is a liar. Guess what? Your mama a liar. That Christian pastor a liar. That Muslim imam a liar. Let's get on the Muslims for a sec. A lot of these Muslims claim they love black people. But I'm guaranteeing you, if you ask a local drug dealer what's his religion or his faith, he's going to tell you either Christian or Muslim. And then sell that same black man or that black woman some coke, fentanyl, crack, you know what I'm saying, pills. They're going to still continue to sell drugs to their own people. You know what I'm saying? They're going to still continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. I'm going to start from the top again. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar. All of them are liars. That's how you can tell if somebody loves God, is if they love their brother. You know what I'm saying? There's certain groups out here that wear purple that would rather that would rather be in St. Louis passing out flyers instead of feeding them. Us in the Isupk, we handing out food during those tornadoes. We handing out clothes, toiletries, stuff that people need. They don't need your flyer. That's real brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? That's real love. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know who God's with and who he's not with. Let's continue. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he have seen, you see that black man. You see what he's going through. You seen what those tornadoes have done to his house. You seen what crack has done to his family. You know what I'm saying? You see that black woman. You see what all those rapes and molestations done to her in her mind, and all that, you know what I'm saying, wanting for attention and all that lack of male presence. You've seen what they have done to them. You've seen what this world has done to your people. You see it every day. And you're going to show hate towards them. You're going to show a lack of love towards them. You ain't going to help take care of them. Nah, your wanting desires is more important. I understand your wanting desires is way more important. You know what I'm saying? Your wanting desires is just all so important, which is crazy to me. Let's continue. How can he love God whom he hath not seen? How can you love God whom you don't see? You don't know God. You don't know God. So how can you not love your brother and love God? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what God has to do. You don't know nothing about him. But you know what that black man got to go through. Got to go to work 40 hours, get disrespected, still got to come home and, you know what I'm saying, show face for the family. You're really upset. You're really pissed off at the world. I understand, black man, you really are. Black and Hispanic and Native men are upset, but we got to bottle that. That's something that we got to do. And you know that. But as soon as a black man steps on your sneakers, you ready to kill him. You know what I'm saying? Black man owe you $50, you ready to shoot him. Why, you been shorted on your check 2 weeks ago and you still ain't get it yet. You ain't willing to shoot your boss. You ready to shoot your boss? Yeah, let me know. Let me know. But let's continue. And his verse 21, and his commandment have we from him. And this commandment we have from him. This commandment is important. This commandment comes from a higher authority. Let's read. That he who loveth God, love his brother also. They can't be separated. They can't be separated. Brotherhood is that Holy Spirit. Brotherhood is that love of God. Brotherhood is how you know you love God, is by loving each other. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Let's drop that. Let's get Matthew 25 and 40. Any questions? Type them on in. Type them on in. Matthew 25 and 40. Let me put that on the screen for y'all. And if you're there, read along. Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. And it reads, and the king shall answer and say unto them, verily, I say unto you, and as much as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. This is something that a lot of people don't understand. The way we treat each other is the way that we treat Christ. The way we treat each other is important. A lot of us do not treat each other very well. A lot of us do not look out for each other. A lot of us like to gossip about each other's business and shame each other. I mean, in a rap game, it's a what they call it. It's a good thing for you to sleep with another man's woman in the rap game. A lot of rappers be rapping about that. About sleeping with another man's woman. That's actually sick and bona fide homosexual, if you ask me. You are sticking your rod where another man probably just finished ejecting himself. Now your rod is dipped into his ejaculation. It's dipped into his sperm cells all over your rod. That is Diddy level homosexuality right there. You know what I'm saying? That is foul and ugly. But we rather take glory in there's glory in disrespecting each other. There's glories in not looking out for each other. There's glory in shaming each other. And this is shameful. This is shameful behavior. So I'm going to read that from the top again. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, and as much as ye have done it unto one of the least of my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So who are the least? He's talking about his disciples right here. But this could be expanded outwardly, the way that we treat each other. You see that brother in front of McDonald's that's begging for a little bit of change, man, and you got a pocket full of money, but you tell him to go get a job instead of giving him $1 or giving him something to eat. You are doing that to Christ. You are doing that to Christ. The scripture says you never know when you're entertaining angels unaware. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who that brother. That might be an angel ready to report your behavior to the Most High. Like, yo, this is a stingy, selfish brother that do not care about his people. Now you got to live with that. You got to deal with that. The Most High will question you on that. That's something that you got to hold. You know what I'm saying? And that is painful to understand. It's painful, and like, imagine you got to explain that. Why didn't you look? Why didn't you just give this brother a couple of dollars? You know, McDonald's is cheap food. You could have gave him $10. He could have been set. But you worried about what he gonna do with the $10. That ain't your business. You got a job. Do it. Take care of each other. You could have went right there, got him a number 6 or something, and gave that right to him. You know what I'm saying? But we have a issue with loving each other. We have an issue with taking care of each other. Boston's crime rate is ridiculous right now. Boston's crime rate is very high right now. There's a lot of heat and hatred in the air. And the summer ain't really started yet. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to John 13. Regular John 13. I think it's 34. John 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you. Understand this. This really isn't a new commandment. This is something that it's more of a new understanding. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing new. This is the whole point of the law altogether. When I ask you not to eat pork, I'm doing it for a reason. I'm telling you because the law tells you to do it. Why is the law telling you to do it? That doesn't matter. Just do it. But there's a reason. You know what I'm saying? Let's read that again. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another. This is a new commandment? Nah, this is the whole point from the beginning, is that we love each other. What you think the law against interracial relationships is about? It's about us giving our love to some heathens, which is unlawful. We're not supposed to be loving these heathens. We're supposed to be loving each other. So interracial relationships are unlawful because of this. We're supposed to be loving one another. We're supposed to be taking care of one another. This is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. As I have loved you, as Christ has loved us, we're supposed to be loving each other. How did Christ love us? That's what you must ask yourself. I want to ask you, Bobby, how did Christ love us?
Salaki, if the brother is mistaken, he was keeping the laws. And
that's true. That's true indeed. Christ did keep the law. That's one example. But what else? Because just keeping the law is a love. That's the minimum. Keeping the law is the minimum. That's something that we're supposed to do. But keeping the law is love. But how did Christ love us?
Comforting us.
That's one way. I take that as an answer. He did comfort us, solve all our problems. He also taught us how to follow the law correctly by being that example. You know what I'm saying? And giving us understanding of what the law is supposed to mean and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He corrected us. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot for us. You know what I'm saying? Counseled, taught, corrected. But the most important thing that he done for us, died for us.
Yes.
He died for us. And that's how we're supposed to be living with each other. We're supposed to be willing to die for each other. If you're not willing to die for your brother, do you really love him? You know what I'm saying? Do you really love him? So let's read that back from the beginning. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. That's how we're supposed to do it. Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciple. That's how you know who is Christ's disciple. That's how you know who's the home of the truth. It's by how well they love each other. That's how you know who is the home of the truth. That's how you know who is that one body of Christ. And we say it with confidence in the ISUPK because we see it. It's evident. Here's one of the evidences right here. A lot of other people do not do that. A lot of other people be killing each other in camps. They wear the same uniform and killing each other. Killing their sisters. Having secret, you know what I'm saying, dates with trannies and end up shooting trannies in the faces. That's not of Christ. That's not of Christ. But the way a group of people love each other, that's how you know that they are Christ's disciples. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's get Matthew 5 and 22. If you have any questions, you can type them on in. If you have any questions, type them on in. We will solve your problems. If I don't got the answer, I know somebody that do. I got a general that can answer all questions. General Katham, man, he knows it. He knows things. I got a captain that can answer your questions. You know what I'm saying? I got brothers above me that know way more than I do. It's nothing but a phone call to answer your questions. You know what I'm saying? Matthew 5, verse 22. Give y'all a couple of seconds to get there. I'm pretty sure y'all there already, but you know, I'm going to read it. Matthew chapter 5, verse 22. But I say unto you, hold on, should I start up high? No, I ain't going to start up high yet. I'm going to leave it right there. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. Like, understand problems may pop up. You know what I'm saying? A brother might owe you $20 and, you know, you mad about it, you know, but there's certain things that you got to do. You know what I'm saying? There's certain ways to handle such a situation. You know what I'm saying? But you got to ask yourself, really, what is really to that level to be angry about? $20? Is that really that big of a thing? What, he slept with your woman? Good. He let you know that your woman's a hoe. Now you can get rid of her. Deuces. What is really worth killing another black man for? Ask yourself that. What is a real good cause to kill somebody? To be that angry to that point? What is really worth it? Can you think of anything? How about you, Bob? Can you think of anything to be angry at a man to that point? I can't think of nothing either. That's why it says, let's read it again. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause, there is no cause to be that angry, shall be in danger of the judgment. You got a judgment coming to you. You got a judgment because there's a proper way of handling things in Israel. We have a court system before there was a court system. You're supposed to go to your brother and your brother alone and just be like, yo, you offended me, bang, bang. If he don't hear you, guess what? You go to another brother and have him judge the matter. And if he ain't willing to hear that one, then you go in front of the whole council. And if he don't hear you then boot. Somebody, you know, boot it. And that is how we do it in Israel. Understand tempers may flare, problems may arise. But there's a proper way to do it so we can maintain the brotherhood. Some things cause gang violence. You know what I'm saying? Gang violence didn't start by just saying I'm a gang and you're a gang and we're gonna beef. Nah, that's not how it started. It started by one brother losing his temper over something small and killing another brother, and then that other gang got to retaliate. And then the other gang got to retaliate for that murder, and it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Nah, the court system of Israel stops that. It stops that. You're supposed to go to that brother and that brother alone. Then you go get a neutral party involved, and then you go get the council involved. You know what I'm saying? You get the higher judges. You get the leaders of Israel involved. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to go. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council. This is highly important. Rakah is similar to saying he's worthless. He ain't I mean, how many times you heard that from your mama? You ain't You just like your daddy. You ain't How many times you heard that? You know what I'm saying? How many times you heard it from your woman? There's a judgment for that too. You don't know the value of that brother. You don't even know what the Most High has planned for that brother. But you're going to say he's worthless. He ain't All because of what? What? He ain't making that Smith money? Why is he worthless? Your standards is what your standards is what qualifies a brother to be worthless or not. Who are you? Who are you to even make that decision? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Let's continue. So here you go. Shall be in danger of the council, but whosoever shall say, "Thou fool," shall be in danger of hellfire. You got more problems than calling your brother a fool. You got more problems. You are in danger of the hellfire. You are in danger of God's judgment. It went from the council's judgment. Now you got to deal with the Most High's judgment. That's what hellfire is. You got to deal with the Most High's anger. Because brotherhood is what this is all about. Brotherhood is what the Isupk is all about under Commander General Yana. If it doesn't involve brotherhood, then you got to question it. You got to question it. People question, like, why do the Isupk have cookouts on Saturdays, which is strange because we really don't. They really be on Sundays. But they question that and forgetting the brotherhood that we're doing. We're feeding an impoverished community when we have cookouts. You think it's just for Israelites? Nah. We're feeding the homeless. That's what we're doing. We're feeding the homeless of Black, Hispanics, and natives in whatever city we're having a cookout. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my best to see if I can get one in Boston. I know the perfect park. You know what I'm saying? Washington Park or Franklin Park. Perfect spots for cookouts. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of our people that need help in those areas. A lot. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. Let me any more on that? Nah, no more on that. Let's get to Luke 6:31. Any questions on this milk? Luke 6:31. All right. All right, if you're there, I'm going to read it. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. This is an old proverb that a lot of Black people have been hearing since they were kids. Let's be real. This is nothing new. This is nothing shocking. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we've been hearing since we were little. Since we were babies, we've been hearing this. And what is that? Treat people like you want to be treated. Your grandma told you that. Your mama told you that. You know what I'm saying? All these people told you these things, and did you listen? That's the question. Did you listen? I can tell you right now, you didn't. That's why you out there, you know what I'm saying, shooting up the place. Treat people as you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those early lessons of life. But let's continue. For if ye love them which love you, what things have ye? You know what I'm saying? This is a simple understanding. I mean, this is how you forgive. You got to forgive sometimes. People do cross you. I mean, you know, they probably ain't treat you well, and then you want to retaliate. I understand. You don't need to retaliate. Show them a little love. Treat them how you want to be treated. Give them a shot at least. Give them a shot. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you might be, you know, treating them as you want to be treated, and they might be going through some things and slip up and treat you wrong. Give them a shot. Don't even jump off the handle instantly. Give them a shot. You know what I'm saying? What else is there on that? Salakia. For sinners also love those that love them. You know what I'm saying? Sinners love those that love them. Of course, you know, birds of a feather flock together. But show that brother a little more love, and maybe you might pull him from the sins that he do. You might pull him to become more brotherly to you and to others. You know what I'm saying? That is the whole purpose of this lesson. There is issues out in every streets right now. Every streets right now. I know a lot of men are geared up to to hang Meg the Stallion. But she is a destroyed sister, just like you're a destroyed brother, just like Tory Lanez is a destroyed brother. You know what I'm saying? What she did to that brother was absolutely wrong and disgusting. You don't have to support her anymore. I agree with that. But I'm telling you right now, bashing her is not helping the situation. You know what I'm saying? Bashing her is not helping the situation. Correcting her will be. Showing her the error of her ways will be. But just to talk trash and no type of correction is not helping the situation. You know what I'm saying? Any questions on that? I see you got your notebook. All right, let's get to John 15 and 12. This is why I ain't even working for my job. That's why I know this. But and if you're there, read along, read along. John chapter 15, verse 12. And it says, this is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Like we was asking earlier, you got to remember how Christ has loved us. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember what he has done for us. You know what I'm saying? Christ has loved us by giving up his life for us. And if you ain't willing to do that, there's an issue within you that you got to work on. There's an issue within you why you are not willing to sacrifice your life for your brothers. And here's the question. If you're not willing to sacrifice your life for your brother, your people, I got to ask you, are you willing to sacrifice your life for your family? What are you willing to actually sacrifice your life for? You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Greater love hath no man than this. There is no greater love than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. No greater love than that. There is no greater love. Let's continue. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Like, this is the commandment. You seen what it said at the beginning of 12. This is my commandment. And Christ is telling you, if you do this, you want to lay down your life for your people, for your brothers, for him, because that's what we do. Every time you see those brothers on those corners, they laying down their life for their people. Every time you see your brothers having a conversation about the work that we do in ISUPK, they are laying down their life, because you never know what we teach is not. People don't want to hear it. Even me talking about loving each other. You go on the street corner and teach that, they're going to end up saying, what about the white man? You got to love the white man too. Love your enemies. Then you start throwing water bottles and spitting at you. This life that we live is dangerous. You got to be willing to lay down your life for yourself, your people, your brothers, because that's how you are a friend of Christ, if you're willing to do that. A lot of people ain't willing to do that. But that's the commandment he told us. If you're not doing at least that, then you're not a friend of Christ. You're not a disciple. You're not one of his brothers. You are out there in purple land. You're out there with all these other people. You're a Christian. You're a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? You're a sexual deviant. You're all these things but a follower of Christ. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's get to Matthew 18. Verse 21. I did not tap that in at all. Matthew 18. You there with that, Bobby? Read it.
Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me?
Now, this is a very valid question. How often should a brother sin against you? Like, we understand. Brother may do this, brother may do that. It's going to happen. A brother's going to sin against you. So Peter is coming to Christ asking, how patient should he be? How many times should this happen? And Christ got an answer for him. Could read.
And I forgive him.
How often should he sin against me and I forgive him? Continue.
Till 7 times.
Till 7 times. Like, if you think about it, a brother sinning against you in one day 7 times. That's crazy. What's the chances of that even happening? 7 times? That's actually a lot to me. I don't see that happening. But let's see what Christ's answer is. Read.
Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times.
Okay, so Christ is saying, nah, not 7 times. 7 times isn't enough. 7 times, that's small numbers. Continue.
Until 70 times 7.
Until 70 times 7. You could do the math. It's not even worth it. I don't think nobody could sin against you that many times. So what is he really saying here? What's the spirit behind this? What's the spirit behind it, Bobby?
That he's not willing to forgive unless he's wholehearted.
No, that's a little deeper than what needs to be said. Think a little more simple. If I told you I got to forgive you, no, if I told you got to forgive your brother 70 times 7, that's a lot of times in a day. So what is that ultimately saying?
That they can't, that that it's hard for the brother to repent.
Nah, what it's ultimately saying is that you always gotta forgive your brother, no matter what. 70 times 7. I don't see nobody offending you 70 times 7 times. That is a lot of times. I don't see that happening. You know what I'm saying? That is going into the thousands. So no matter what your brother does to you, you always got to forgive him. And we have a court structure for it. Continue reading.
Therefore, Salaki, is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants.
Oh, I'm reading too far. I'm reading too far. That goes to another subject, but basically, there's no amount of forgiveness you can have to forgive your brother. It's always a righteous thing to forgive him. Always go the forgiveness route.
Yes.
Always go to the forgiveness route. If that's not working, you have a court system to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? A mighty court system to deal with it. Let's go to Mark 12 and 31.
Brother.
Oh, you got a question? Oh.
No. No.
You sure?
Yeah. Was that the right precept?
Oh, what?
The last precept brother brought out.
Oh, no. The last one, yeah, I read too far.
Oh.
Sometimes it happens.
Mark what?
Mark 12 and 31. I'm not there yet. I just typed it on the screen. All right, I'm there if you're ready.
Mark 12,
Verse 31.
verse 31. And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
See, a lot of Christians would like to say this means love everybody. But let me tell you something, everybody ain't my neighbor. Everybody, I mean, you look around, well, you know, just give the neighbor, what neighborhood you live
Brother lives in Cambridge.
in Cambridge. Now that's good. Now in Cambridge itself is a very Caucasian area, but there are hoods in Cambridge, right? Now your neighbors to the left or to the right, what are their nationalities? Your direct neighbor, the guy next door and the guy on that side.
Kush.
Oh, damn, you live in that neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you live in the African neighborhood. Africans been flooded. Africans been flooded. I ain't got no Africans in my neighborhood. But where I live at is nothing but blacks and Hispanics. On this side and that side. And I live in Braintree, which is more white than Cambridge. But in the little pocket that I'm in, is nothing but blacks and Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Those are my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? We can get into the breakdown of what a neighbor is, but we're running out of time. I ain't gonna hold you. We're running out of time. But we can do that. We can show you what a neighbor is, and a neighbor is not everybody. And a neighbor ain't even exactly who lives next door to you. A neighbor is your people. You know what I'm saying? And we have to love our neighbors like we love ourselves. We have to love our brothers like we love ourselves. What I've been reading this whole time was about brothers. Why would it change to everybody? Unless you're saying God changes. And God doesn't change. God doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? But continue.
There is none other commandment greater than these.
There's no other commandment greater than this. We read a couple of seconds ago that, you know, dying for your brother, there's no commandment greater than that. So it still sounds like, you know what I'm saying, we're talking about our brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to drop that. Let's get to First Peter's. Hold on. Yeah, First Peter's 5:1. If you're there with it, First Peter's 5:1.
Brother, read it.
Oh, I got it. Hold on. All right, First Peter chapter 5:1. The elders which are among you, I exhort, whom I also an elder. Oh, hold on, I read that wrong. The elders which are among you, I exhort, whom I also an elder, and a witness of the suffering of Christ, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of God which is among you. That is important. That is important. Is this literally talking about food? It could be. It could be when you're talking about charity. But it's also talking about feeding them these law, statutes, and commandments, feeding them these lessons that Christ has taught, because that's the role Peter's willing to take. Feed the flock which is among you. Who is among you right now? We in the ghetto together, getting beaten down by the same oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Those brothers and sisters need to be fed. You know what I'm saying? Taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly. Don't be forced to do this work. Don't be forced to do it for money. Oh, my fault, I'm skipping ahead. Not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind, man. Take care of your people with a ready mind. Don't be like, oh, why am I doing this? I just wanted to just be smarter than everybody else. That's why I don't get into debate. Everybody want to be smarter than everybody else. Everybody want to be so deep. Everybody want to be so deep. They all want recognition. They all want to gather a name for themselves. And I'm cool being in that back corner, unseen and unheard. I don't need recognition, but I still got work to do. And that's to feed these people. That's what I'm doing right now, trying to feed these people. You know what I'm saying? This is what needs to be done. Our people are out here destroyed and nobody's ready to take up accountability for it. Our enemy definitely ain't going to take accountability. So that's what we're doing in ISUPK. We're trying to take accountability for our people, trying to raise them up, trying to give them understanding of what they're doing is wrong. It might be hard, but we are doing it. We are straight up and down doing it. Let's continue. Oh, no. That's it. No. You know what I'm saying? That's that right there. Let's go to, now let's read verse 2. Feed the flock of, oh yeah, I already did. I already read verse 2. Let's go to Romans 12:10. Christians love Romans. All right, if you're there, read along. Read along with me. All right. Hold on. Actually, we're going to start with verse 9. We're going to start with verse 9. We're going to get into the dictionary too.
1 and 9.
12 and 9. Hold on. We're going to get into a word. I haven't seen this word since the last time the scripture was broken down to me. But I'm going to do it the same way that it was broken down to me. And that was with the definition of a certain word. All right. Bear with me 1 second as I get to share this screen. All right, if you got that, I'll read. Romans 12 and 9. Hey, young man, you got that?
Yes.
Romans 12 and 9.
Romans 12 and 9. For this thou shalt not commit adultery.
Hold on. You in Romans chapter 12, verse 9?
Salakia. Romans
Chapter 12, verse 9.
verse 9. Let love be without dissimulation.
What is dissimulation? What is dissimulation? Well, as a transitive verb, it means to hide under a false appearance, to disassemble. You know what I'm saying? To dissemble, it's phoniness, basically. It's phoniness. To hide under a false appearance. Like a lot of people believe love is how much money a brother spends on a woman. Or a lot of people think love is, because they smoke weed together. A lot of people think love is because they get drunk together. It comes under a false pretense. You know what I'm saying? Let love be without that. Let it be true. Let it be on some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let it be real. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be arguments, there's gonna be this, there's gonna be that, but let it be real. You know what I'm saying? Which is standing with each other through thick and thin. You know what I'm saying? It's not fragile. Continue up.
Abhor that which is evil.
Abhor means to treat with hatred, which is evil. There's a lot of things that is evil that a lot of us do not treat with hatred. When somebody, you know what I'm saying, breaks the laws of God, that is evil. You got to treat that with hatred. Does that mean treat them with hatred? Nah. They may consider it hatred, but that's real love. What do I mean? I mean, put it like this. I want to give an example. You may have a person that eats pork, eats crab, eats shrimp, eats lobster, goes against the dietary law. You know what I'm saying? And they know they're going against the dietary law. You told them it's against the dietary law. Guess what? You got to show them some real love that they are going to consider evil. Grandma eats crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster. You got to show your grandma that you don't rock with that. So you got to treat her what she may consider evil, which is not come around as much as she may like you to. But that's real love. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand for these laws, statutes, and commandments, which is real love. A lot of these people in the world will not understand it, not at all. But you got to do it just so they could understand that what they're doing is evil. You know what I'm saying? Continue.
Cleave to that which is good.
Cleave to that which is good. Like the law, statutes, and commandments is good. So you got to hold on to the things that which is good. Grandma may like that pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. It's tradition to her. But you got to cleave on what is good. What is good is you not. You disapproving it. You not standing for it. You know, on Thanksgiving, they're going to have all types of ham, and you know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving is evil itself. But you ain't standing for it because the simple fact is you are not partaking in such evil. And your grandma wants you there so bad. But it's evil that you are rejecting the family gatherings. You don't want to be around family like that. You want to be in this evil cult. And that's so evil. Sometimes you got to stand on what is good. And what the law, statutes, and commandment is saying is good. You know what I'm saying? Continue on.
Be kind, look, affectionate, sloppy. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love.
What does that mean? Like when I seen this good young man, this brother Bobby right here, when I seen him, I dapped him up. That's affection. You know what I'm saying? Affection ain't always kissing and hugging, and you know what I'm saying, like y'all would like to believe. Sometimes just a good bang, bang, bang. That's affection. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Look out for each other, man. Dap each other up. Sometimes we be dapping each other up mad hard. That's just to test each other. That's brotherly love right there. Brotherly love is a beautiful thing. Finish up that verse.
And honor, preferring one another.
Repeat that.
And honor, preferring one another.
That is a beautiful thing. And honor, preferring one another. I mean, you see that. I mean, I forgot the dude's name. One of these basketball players, you know, showing off his, you know, but he's really simping out there. They like to say his woman is a Edomite or whatever she is. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is this: a lot of these superstars and famous people, they don't prefer black people. They prefer a Cassie. You know what I'm saying? They prefer these heathens over the women that is struggling and suffering with them right now. They prefer hanging around rich white people and learning their ways of life instead of their own brothers and sisters. They don't prefer each other. And God wants us to prefer each other. And me personally, I prefer my brothers. I'm not even comfortable really outside of that. Anything outside of my brothers, anything outside of black people, Hispanic people, you know, that's like before I came to the truth, that's how I knew Hispanics were just like us, that we were the same people, because I was comfortable around Hispanics. And when I was young, I had a big beef with a lot of Hispanic people, but I still felt comfortable around them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got hit over the head with an aluminum bat by a Puerto Rican brother. And guess what? I still went to his mama's house and ate all types of oatmeal and stuff. Still felt comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, our people is we deserve at least that. We deserve at least love from our own people. Right now we get hatred. The world would rather see us hate each other because we won't grow any other way. We won't grow any other way at all. So the Most High said, prefer one another. What does that mean, prefer one another? That means there's somebody that we should not be preferring more than each other. There's people out there that we should not be choosing more than each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's glorious. That's the way it should be. That's heaven. That's heaven right there. You know what I'm saying? Bottle number 2. People saying I'm drinking too much water now. But hold on. Yep, damn right. And let's go to Hebrews 13:1. Let's go to Hebrews 13:1. If you got any questions, you could type them on in. I gotta fix something with the camera. For some reason this week it's not working. Am I behind the light? Should I bring it closer? Nah, it's just bugging today. We gonna hold it. We gonna hold it. All right. If you're there, read it.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hebrews 13:1. Let brotherly love continue.
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Let brotherly love continue. That verse is just 4 words, and as heavy as can be. Let brotherly love continue. I mean, the closest I could tell for y'all that's not in the UPK of brotherly love continuing is I can't even think of something for people outside the UPK. I mean, if you never felt the cookouts that we provide or the high holy days that we provide, brotherly love might be foreign to you. But it's something that is, you ever been at peace of mind? Had a peace of mind, everything, know that everything was cool, everything relaxed, no stress. It's funny, you might have a whole lot of things going on. A whole lot of things going on, but once you get to one of these events, it's smooth. No concern in the world. That's brotherly love. That's a UPK event. That's a cookout. That's a high holy day. None but peace of mind. It's rare. It's rare as can be. You know what I'm saying? But continue. Verse 2.
Be not forgetful to entertain strangers.
Hold on. What does it mean, be not forgetful to entertain strangers? That means there might be some black people, some Hispanic people, some native people that you don't know. You don't know them. You don't know who they are. But be not forgetful to entertain them. What does it mean, be not forgetful to entertain them? Be not forgetful to treat them better than you treat yourself. Remember, I forgot which brother. Oh man, I think it was Lot. Well, Lot entertained angels. You know what I'm saying? He treated them better than he treated himself. It was a lot of Job. I forgot. Even was willing to give up his own daughter. Willing to give up his own daughter to protect those brothers. Because that's brotherly love. Continue.
For thereby some have entertained angels unaware.
Like those strangers that you don't know, guess what? They might be angels ready to put out a report on you. Ready to tell you straight up and down, like, yo, this dude, he's a selfish bastard. Or this dude is a righteous and just brother. You don't know what reporters are about to be put on you. That's why you got to be careful how you treat one another. Especially you sisters out there. The way y'all treat each other is grotesque. Y'all in competition with every other sister out there, and you're not really in competition. But y'all put the competition out there for yourselves, just hating each other for no reason at all. Gotta do better. Gotta do better. But Salakia, that's our time. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohanan. straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And what we do is we teach our people, you know, the truth. We teach our people the truth. You know what I'm saying? And with that, shalom.